Cowboys Nation, Cowboys Nation, Cowboys Nation. I know what I want for Christmas. I know what I want for Christmas. I need for everybody to like and subscribe this video for Christmas. Do that for me for Christmas because it's a Christmas recording. I need the acceptance from you guys. It is a Christmas recording. Thank you guys so much for being here on Christmas and just showing me a little bit of love. I really do appreciate that. If you don't mind, honestly, do that for me. Do that for me. Like and then subscribe. I have 488 subscriptions. I desperately need 12 subscriptions in order to get to the next level of where I need to be on this podcast. We won't have but 2 weeks left in the game, so I could really would appreciate your assistance with this. Well, today we're going to do a little bit of Quantum Neuro Edge AI predictions brought to you by Marblism, and we're going to do it right now.
They are an accident waiting to happen.
Stephen A, hush your mouth, talking all that noise. You can hate all you want, but we still them boys. Dirty D, Texas where we stay at. Me and the side in order till you know that's where we play at. Hey, this year, this the payback. Yeah, we them Cowboys, and nah, we don't play that. Work. This is Cowboy Nation. Work. Welcome to Cowboy Nation. Work. Y'all can keep on hate. Work.
Yeah, I said I wasn't recording a video today, but I kind of have to. Obligations from the sponsors. And so we're going to do our AI predictions because the game is today. I don't know what I was thinking about saying I was going to do this on Friday. The game is today. It'd have been too late. Quantum Neuro Edge is going to predict what they think the score will be today, what they believe the score and who is going to win. Currently, Quantum Neuro Edge is 4-2 when it comes to predictions on who they believe is going to win. And we're going to get a little bit into if they're going to keep that streak up today. And this episode is brought to you by Marblism. If you don't know about Marblism, Marblism is a life changer. We took the Marblism to the people over there at I'm Hit. They were able to use the AI employees with Marblism, and it greatly increased their production. So let me just tell you something. When you put these two together, when you put Marblism AI along with Quantum Neuro Edge into a new business, it makes it move like a Fortune 500 company. You're talking about being able to increase your bottom lines 5 or even 10 times. The link to both businesses are in the description. If you own your own company, you owe it to yourself to do that research. You do. You owe it to yourself to do that research. AI is too powerful for you to go out and not take advantage of some of the products that it has for you. So we're just letting you know. So Quantum Neuro Edge had some things for us for this particular game today. The Dallas Cowboys, who are 6-8-1 on the season, already eliminated from the playoffs. Washington Commanders also eliminated from the playoffs at 4-11. The Commanders are starting their third string quarterback because obviously their starting quarterback is out for the year. Marcus Mariota, which is their backup, is injured. I believe he has an injured hand. So they are starting Josh Jacobs. Now, normally I would be, Josh Johnson. I'm sorry. Normally I would be a little upset. A little excited about the fact that we have a third string quarterback, but I got two problems with that. A, for some reason, our defense makes anybody look like a superstar. And even though this is his first time starting since 2021, it would be just our luck that, he's fresh. He got fresh legs. He's going out there, moving around, moving 3 and 4 times. He got something to prove. He may be the only person on the field that really has something huge to prove. And Josh Johnson could really end up being a problem for the Cowboys simply because the Cowboys aren't good at defending quarterbacks. I will say this, though. If that man looks like a Pro Bowl quarterback against our defense, I don't want for Matt Eberflus to make it to the end of the game without getting fired. I'm just telling you that now. I'm gonna be thoroughly upset. This ain't even a game that we're all really just excited about, right? This is just something that we're going to be thoroughly upset about if Josh Johnson makes this team look like a Super Bowl caliber team. I'm just telling you right now. I'm gonna be upset. Okay, but Quantum Neuro Edge doesn't see that happening. They understand that there's a third string quarterback. We also have some issues. They have a couple of key defenders out, and they have some linemen out. Darren Payne, Laramie Tunsil, Nick Belmore, and Eddie Goldman are all out for them. We believe DeMarvion Overshawn with the concussion is going to be out. I don't think Quentin Williams is going to play a lot with the neck injury, and then Ryan Flournoy is out. We will continue to see Trayvon Diggs, I believe, out there, and I believe Deron Bland will be out there. Maybe the one of the few sightings of Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland on the field at the same time since we've gotten them. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I really want to go back and look at how many times that come. We were so excited about those two being on the field at the same time, only to very rarely ever get a chance to see it. So, and then now when we do get to see it, we don't even have playoff hopes in there. So anyway, let's get to the game and how they kind of think it's going to go. The Commanders are struggling on defense. Quantum Neuro Edge feels that even though both teams have absolutely nothing to play at, there's still enough rivalry here for it to be a game that moves forward with excitement, right? So what they're saying is that the Cowboys will go out there with aggression. They don't have anything to lose, and they're going to take control of this game. They're going to set tone for the game. Dak Prescott, according to this, distributing the ball to playmakers early. I can read it off to you. It says the Commanders' offensive line is improvising because they have backups. Plus, they have a third string quarterback in. That's going to make it difficult for them to keep up. And that the score at the end of quarter one is going to be Cowboys 10 and Commanders 3. And then Dallas really gets into a rhythm with the defense in the second quarter. The Commanders start to make some adjustments. Josh Johnson has some veteran savvy, and he may help Washington string together some respectable possessions, but he doesn't have a lot of weapons that are going to be available to him. Unfortunately, the Dallas secondary might give up some chunk plays, but overall the Cowboys do sustain those drives, and they'll be able to put up points. They feel like by halftime that it will be 17-6. And then in quarter three, coming out of the half, it says the Cowboys will look to continue tempo. It says, mind you, this is a matchup where defenses struggle. Both units have given up big plays all season. So Cowboys get a couple more on offense. The Commanders, however, just don't quit. They manage some field goals and then a short touchdown to start to bring back. And it says Cowboys 24, Commanders 9. Which means they don't get a touchdown. Oh, the touchdown doesn't come into the fourth quarter. I'm sorry. So, yeah, the final score is Cowboys 27, Commanders 15. That's what they have. The Cowboys 27, Commanders 15 is what Quantum Neuro Edge has this game ending. So this is a prediction that the Cowboys are actually going to win on Christmas Day. Says that Dak Prescott will be poised and playing for pride. The offense will be clicking, but the defense is still vulnerable and giving up chunk plays. Trayvon Diggs may add a little bit of spark just to kind of keep his name relevant in the offseason, right? So you got to have a couple of big plays because he hadn't had a very good year at all, and he's going to be trying to make him some money. So he has a little something to play for. Obviously, Josh Johnson, third string quarterback, he's a veteran. But he's trying to stay on the team. So him being able to make some plays is going to be big. And those are going to be the two people who really have a lot to play for. Again, the final take, and I'm just going to read this directly from Quantum Neuro Edge. In a game where both teams are technically tanking, the Cowboys' superior talent, offense, and relative defensive health should carry the day. The Commanders will keep it spirited, especially early, but the depth and star power edge belongs to Dallas. Again, Cowboys win 27-15. 215. So that's Quantum Neuro Edge's prediction. I mean, you'd love to see them tank, right? I'm not really sure. I haven't even done, and I probably should have figured out where. Okay, if we win this one, do we move back up? I know right now we're drafting at 13. Does this put us back down to 14? Or, I mean, I'm sure it depends on other games and kind of how that goes. That determines where it is that we're actually going to get our draft pick at. There's a couple things that I'd love to see. Let's just go on that just for today. Just a couple things I'd love to be able to see. I wish that I could see Phil Maffa, just so that we can get an idea of what's going to happen. I know there's a lot of drama with Tyler Smith playing tackle because of the discrepancy between how much money someone gets paid to play tackle based upon how much they get paid to play guard. So he's at the top of the food chain as far as money for a guard, but not for a tackle. Although I would say that also you got to prove yourself to be at the top of the food chain for a tackle. He hadn't done that quite yet, right? So, does that mean that if in this game, if he continues to play tackle and continues to do well, does he earn more money in the offseason now? Is there going to be some discrepancy, some arguments and things in the offseason that's going to be here? So it seems like we're going to have an additional story in the offseason based upon where Tyler Smith is actually lining up. And that's kind of based right now on necessity. I don't know how much of a problem this really is. When I first heard the story, I thought it was kind of crazy, right? Because you'd want your coach to play wherever you can help the most, right? And I guess maybe it doesn't matter when you're not playing for a playoff spot at all, but it just seems like as a player, you'd want to, man, wherever they need me to play, that's where I'm going to play at, right? But I know that this is a business and there are some things that have to be worked out. I'm assuming that those things need to be worked out, but I can kind of see both ends of the sword with this one, right? Because again, we want to put players where it's best for them. We don't want to have to make decisions on, well, we're only paying him to be a guard, so he can't play tackle. Like, that's not the football that and I know this isn't the football from the 80s and the 90s and the era that I grew up in, but you still don't want to have to make business decisions based on, how much are they getting paid determines where on the offensive line they can actually be. I kind of feel for the coaches and the front office for even having to make those decisions, but that is the football and the NFL that we live in now. So from an AI prediction standpoint, they do have the Cowboys winning. The Cowboys have a few things that they'll be able to show us, a few players that we really hope that we can kind of see. We'll see how those things work out. And we'll continue to talk about offseason tomorrow, start talking about kind of the players that play good, didn't play so well, and where we can move. I really want to get on offensive tackle since we're talking about Tyler Smith right now, having to play tackle, maybe because we don't have a tackle. I think I want to list tomorrow some offensive tackles that are going to be available in the offseason, in the free agency, that we may be able to take a look at. So, hey, man, y'all enjoy the game today. Y'all enjoy the food today. Hopefully you got some good gifts. If you didn't, then, let the Cowboys be your gift today. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. That's all I got for you, though. This is Defending the Boys. I am your boy, ihearddwill, and I'm out.